Hi everybody and welcome to this EasyAsk webinar, part of the Lunch and Learn series that we've been doing all year. But in fact, on this particular webinar, we've got a change of plan, a slight change of plan. If you were on the last webinar, we were looking at what makes EasyAsk great for B2B. And we said that on this webinar, we'd be showing you some of the stuff that's coming up, some of the new stuff. But as a result of a webinar we did recently for Tug, we had quite a lot of interest in something new that we're introducing. And so we thought it would be good to show you guys this and just to get some feedback on what we're doing. So we're going to be showing you a brand new platform that we've created called Amplify. This is a B2B platform that will replace Storefront. So we understand that there are many customers who will at some stage be moving off of Storefront. We want to make sure that you know that we've got your back and we can give you a platform which will do everything that you need. During this session, you can put any questions into the GoToWebinar question box and we'll get to them at the end of the session. So we've been working with Storefront customers for a number of years, particularly those that are in our EasyAsk Direct program. And what our customers have told us is that they really would like a mobile-friendly, modern-looking website. And most of you will be aware, most Storefront systems aren't anything like that. They also, in any new system, they need all the functionality that they have now, plus a lot more. They want easy implementation. They want integration with the existing ERP, of course. And one of the things that has come out in many conversations we've had with Storefront customers is that they would really like to improve the data quality and the completeness of data that they have. And one of the things that we've discovered in talking with you guys is that many of you have got data coming from your ERP which you're not really happy with, and there's lots of reasons for that. But the ability to be able to improve the quality and completeness of the data would be a plus for you. And of course, something that makes it really easy to manage the products, to make your products look good on the front end, to add information, to manage images and other media and so on. So with that, we're going to jump straight into a poll, which is about whether you have any plans to move off the Storefront platform, and if so, how immediate are those? And so I'm just going to pass that over to Matt. I think it looks like the poll is open, and we'll just give you a few seconds just to choose one of those options from A to D, and then Matt, perhaps you get, once you've got a reasonable number, perhaps you'd give us a summary.
Yeah, we'll give it a few more seconds. So right now, it's most of those who have voted are saying yes within a year. Some are saying 1 to 3. Some are saying 3 to 5. Okay,
so it's a spread, but mainly people are having plans to move off of Storefront, whether that's short term or longer. Okay, any updates, Matt? Or
nope, yeah, we're complete. So
okay,
60% who voted were within a year, and the others were 1 to 3 or 3 to 5.
Okay, that's interesting. So there is some urgency within a year. It's amazing how quickly time goes. Okay, so what we'd like to do is to show you a little bit of Amplify Commerce. And Amplify is the latest generation e-commerce technology, obviously built around the EasyAsk natural language search system, which gives it a lot of advantages. It will give you mobile ready responsive site. It will support B2B, but also B2C or a combination of both. And we know that there are storefront users out there who want to be able to go out to the wider public and be able to sell to consumers as well as their account customers. It will give your users a really great user experience, and so all of the sort of things that B2C, advanced B2C sites offer customers, you'll be able to build in to your B2B website, and that allows you to compete with anybody that's out there. And obviously there is a back-end management system, and we've put a lot of effort into making sure that that is really, really easy to use. So with that, I'm just going to go through a few highlights of the front end system. So firstly, you'd have probably heard headless commerce mentioned if you've been looking around at different systems. And what that really means is that the system provides an API to access all the functionality. And if you use that API, it means that you can plug in virtually anything to it. And so if you wanted to build an app or something slightly different from a standard site, you can do that. The downside of that, of course, is that you do have to build something. So we actually, as part of the system, are building a site manager as well that will allow you to create pages and to do that without having to build from scratch. So it's all configurable, and we have a number of templates that can be used, and we have the resources to modify those templates to your design. It will be a responsive and mobile friendly and template driven front end. And that means it's going to support any look and feel that you want. And that might be something that looks like your marketing site, or you may want something completely different. It's entirely up to you. But there are, lots of different ways that you might want to see that. And, I'm just putting up a few options. These are some of the templates that we're playing around with. And of course, it will work on things like iPads and iPhones or any other device. So it's really important that, we support any device and we support any look and feel. So our user interface widgets that we're creating are data driven and template driven to enable that. Other highlights of the front end, it means your customers are going to get a B2C type shopping experience with things like mega menus, the ability to create and configure interactive product binders if you've got complex products or big products where you want to ask questions of the user in order to zoom in on the right products. That's built into the product. Things like merchandising zones so that your staff can easily update the bestseller list, the featured product lists, and so on. All of those things are built into Amplify. Obviously, you'll have the best search in the business. EasyAsk is built into your storefront system currently, but isn't always optimized because we don't have control of what storefront does with it. With Amplify, we're able to optimize the system to give the very best search, and that will include the ability to do lots of things that you can't do with your storefront system. Obviously, there is a lot of B2B functionality, and I don't intend to go through the list. We will do everything that storefront can do and more. Some of the things there, but are on the screen, and things like personalized product listings and search results will also be possible because we have control over how we build the search system with EasyAsk. And we will also include the online ticketing, so any users can be serviced online instead of having to call your call center. And obviously we support multi-channel, so if they do call your support center, we can track that back through the ERP system. In terms of the back-end system, we support multiple catalogs, multiple warehouses, stores, even multi-company, and of course we're multilingual and multi-currency as well. We support lots of different types of products, so simple products, things like bundles, the ability to group products together and offer them as one, product variants and so on, are all built into the product. And we have a comprehensive product information management system, and this will allow you to really easily enhance your product information to include additional media, to extend the descriptions, include things like user guides and so on, really easy. And we can combine data from lots of sources in order to fill out that information and to give your users a really good experience when looking at products. And in addition to the product information, we also have content management that will allow you to manage the non-product information. And so if you want to create, FAQ pages, blogs, that type of thing, the content management system will allow that. And we will build it into the same site if that's how you'd like it. And of course, we have comprehensive reporting and tracking. And I'm just going to look at that in slightly more detail because, if you're an EasyAsk user, you're probably familiar with the search and navigation analytics. These are really powerful, but we're adding to that because the Amplify system is able to track everything and to log everything that is happening online. We, using the EasyAsk system, can allow you to do queries such as, what were the top 10 selling products in the last quarter, or what was the total order value for a particular customer, or what was the top selling manufacturer in the last 2 weeks. Those sort of questions are based on the sales information which Amplify has recorded, obviously for the online channel, but we can download from the ERP other information and extend that if required. Obviously, we will be integrating with all of the current import ERP platforms, so SXEA plus Fax and of course CSD. This is a really important one. We can import storefront data really easily using pre-configured import definitions. So we have a very easy to use import definition system, but we've also pre-configured the import definitions for storefront systems. And if you've got a customized storefront, then it's very, very easy to alter that definition to account for any changes that you may have in the actual data. And obviously, in terms of improving data quality, we've created a system we call data transformations that allows you to configure little mini scripts that will run at various times of your choosing, and these can do some very clever things. And I've got an example that I just want to run through, and this is an example from a customer we're currently working with. So this customer is selling a lot of lumber, and this description that you can see, or the product name that is in red on the screen, is an example of one of many thousands of products of lumber type products. And as you can see, there is a size in this product name. This is a 2-inch thick and 6-inch wide and 12-foot long piece of timber. It's actually smooth on 4 sides. It's Douglas fir, and it's premium quality. So there's quite a lot of information in that name. The problem is that there are no size attributes or any other attributes, in fact, related to this product. And the customer wants their contractors to be able to choose based on width or thickness of timber or type of timber, but they have no attributes to be used as filters on a category or search results page. So the data transformation facility will allow us to actually look at this product name and to use rules to extract attribute data. And in this case, we're using rules that recognize the digits before the first X, the digits in the middle, and the digits after the second X to be the thickness, width, and length. And we automatically create the attributes thickness, width, and length for this product. And we can do this every time we import data. We can do it every time we save, or we can do it on demand. We can do other things as well. So things like lowercase in part of the text. Many customers I know have got data in their ERP systems that comes back in all capitals, which when shown in a list makes it less easy to read. And customers have said, is there anything we can do about that apart from retyping it? And of course, so we built into data transformations the ability to change case and to do text substitutions, as well as extracting useful data. And so we can go from this 2 by 6 by 12 S4S Doug for premium description to this longer description, which is far more readable and obviously helps with search as well. But importantly, we've also created 3 new attributes for this product, and we can do that for all of the timber products and lots of other use cases as well. So we can use these data transformations to fix problems, to derive new fields, and to improve the look of the data. So things like changing case, extracting, which I've just shown you an example of, fixing inconsistencies in the data. And the data transformations can be limited to certain parts of the catalog, so you can choose which categories you want to look at. Obviously, in the data transformations themselves, you can do tests to check that this is valid data to change. And the data transformations can be configured to run whenever a product is saved, i.e. somebody edits a product, whenever it's brought down from the ERP system, when it's imported initially, or even on demand. So it's a really powerful system. We know that there are lots of customers out there with less than ideal data, and so the data transformation system, we think, is going to make a difference. And with that, I'm going to jump into the next poll, which is about the data transformations. And I know I haven't spent a lot of time showing it you, but based on what I've shown you, it'd be great to get some feedback if this is going to be useful for you. And so the poll, as you can see on the screen, hopefully is now open. Matt, yep. And just while you're doing that, as part of the implementation, our team would be working with your team to identify areas where you think data transformations could be useful, and we'll show you how to create them. We'll create the first few for you and show you them and show you how you can test them without affecting the data and so on. So we have a comprehensive system there, but we will be holding your hands through that implementation to make sure these things are set up correctly.
All right, Robin. So everyone said yes to this. Most were saying yes, this will save us a lot of effort. Others were saying yes for certain areas.
That's good. That's good. So I mean, the feedback I've had from customers I've spoken to is very similar, but it's it's good to get as much feedback as possible on this. Another highlight for storefront customers is the ability to import data really easily. So to be able to take your storefront catalog and easily import it into Amplify. And we do that using these flexible import definitions. And we have definitions for storefront pre-built. I'm just going to jump into the product and just show you an example So I'm just going to go into my utilities and import definitions. And as you can see, we have one for storefront, but I'm just going to add one just to show you how easy it is and how flexible it is. So I'm just going to give this a name. It's going to be a CSV, and this is a storefront export file. And it's got products in it. And I'm going to tell the system that we have a column heading. And I'm just going to choose a file that I have, an items CSV. I've got a short one here, so I don't pull in too much data. And if I open that file, what our system does is decodes what's in there and shows us a list of all the columns and allows us to map those columns to the Amplify data. So things like the item ID. If I'm not sure what that is, I can click on this sample button and I can see this is what is coming from the file. So these are the internal IDs. And so I could either ignore that, and if I ignored it, Amplify would create new IDs for any products it imports, or I can actually map it and I can choose the field, in this case ID. If I'm not sure of any of these, again, just click on sample. I can see the product name is actually the product code. And so I'm going to map that to the product code field. And the description, again, if I look at that, I can see this is actually the product name rather than a long description. And so I'm gonna map that to the product name. And obviously I would do that for everything that is of use. So, there's a lot more information there. I don't intend to do all of that now, but I can just save that. And then if I want to actually use that definition, I can just create an import job and simply select that definition to say it's my demo definition. Notice that I need to specify a locale. So if we are using multiple currencies, we would have an English export and maybe a French export. We need to tell the system which one it is. We are multilingual, and so the data will be put in the right places according to the language. And then I can just choose a file again. Perhaps I'll just choose the same one. And that file will be loaded up. And this can be scheduled to run later. So if I want to run it on a certain day and time, I can choose that and simply save them back, and that will then run and do that import. Then obviously these things can be run on demand as well. I've missed something here. Oh no, it's still going. But hopefully that gives you an idea of what is happening with the import definition. It's a very, very, very simple thing to create and modify the import definitions, and it means that when we work with you, we can easily get all your data from storefront straight into the Amplify structures, and you can give us data in any format and we will just adjust the definitions to match what you give us. So if you have got modifications, that's not a problem. So with that, I'm just going to move on. As you can see, we've got the jobs. That's what I was showing you on the previous screen. In terms of product management, again, we tried to make this as easy as possible for users. We've got a comprehensive catalog management system, and that includes the ability to create sites, catalogs, categories, and so on, as well as all the detail information like attributes, product options, and of course products. And we support complex product types, so configurable products, normal with SKUs, bundles, and so on. There's a media manager built into the system that will allow you to easily choose any other media or upload new media and associate it with products. And with attributes, allow you to create any number of additional custom fields to be associated with products. And these could be things like color, size, type attributes, or just additional information. And you can configure whether they're to be used as filters on search and category pages, whether they're to be searchable, and whether they're to be searchable in their own right and tunable within the EasyAsk search system as well. And that's really important. In terms of the product management screens, we've made them very, very easy. So for example, this screen is just showing products, and we've made it as easy as possible to find the products. So you can choose the filters such as status, the classification or categories that a product is in, its type, and so on. Or you can use the search box. And of course, we're using EasyAsk's search. So we're able to find things very, very easily and zoom in on those products. So to summarize, Amplify is a next generation B2B e-commerce platform. It does have comprehensive B2B functionality. It's integrated with your ERP. Of course, at its core is the EasyAsk search system, and we use that for all sorts of things, including in the back end. So we actually use the EasyAsk search to drive things like rules for finding products and so on. It includes a comprehensive PIM. It's got very simple and flexible import, so getting you up and running it is a lot easier. And then we think a game changer for a lot of customers will be data transformation system, which will allow you to transform your data from something which is not ideal to something which is perfect for you and for your customers. So it has a headless API-based mode, or you can use our site manager and create the pages. And of course, all the standard pages like home pages, category pages, search results, checkouts, all those sorts of things are pre-built. And should your customers request that they need punch-out integration, then we have integration with punch-out to go, which in turn integrates with most e-procurement systems. And we have a very fast implementation. So we're looking at anywhere between 2 months up to a maximum of 4 months from start to finish. And so with that, I'd like to just see if we've got any questions, Matt.
Yeah, folks, we got some time for some questions. Please feel free to throw them into the question box and we'll get them answered for you. We have one already for Robin. How easy is it to add new images to products in Amplify? We know that can be an issue with Storefront.
That's very easy. In fact, why don't I just show you an example? If I just go back here, if I just go into my catalog and look at some products, and let me just filter down to, I've got some Makita power tools here, and so let's just have a look at this circular saw if I edit that, because I've got images for that. As you can see, we've got lots of information related to the product, but on the media tab, as you can see, I've already got a main image and a thumbnail, but I can add as many files as I want. And I could either choose from my my image storage or media storage location, or I can upload. So if I just upload, I can just find product images. There we go. See if I can find, there's another one there. So I can just upload the file and perhaps upload another. Can create as many as I want. And these files could be images, they could be PDFs, they could be videos. That looks like it's the same product. So I've added a couple of extra images and I just saved that. And that's it. It's as easy as that.
All right, thank you, Robin. I got another one here. Could we make our shopping site look more like our marketing site with Amplify?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're going to be a template-driven front end. So whatever template we choose, we can modify for you. We have a number of templates as starting points, or we can take your existing marketing site and simply take the look and feel of that. We've got some front end developers who are extremely good at looking at what you've got and then creating a template that will match. And of course, you also have the ability to combine the marketing site and the shopping site. So the shopping site doesn't need to be limited just to the product catalog and ordering products. You may want all the information that you have on the marketing site included in that, and you can mix those on the menus. So on the menus, you could have the category list and a bit about us and contact us pages and any other information such as training or other things that you offer from your marketing site.
I got another one here. So with all the talk about different B2B platforms, what makes Amplify unique?
I guess Amplify is based on our knowledge of the problems that storefront customers have had in terms of things like the data, which is what led to us building data transformations into the product. We've also used the very latest technology, and within EasyAsk, we have some very experienced people who've been in the e-commerce business for 25 years and have worked with lots of different platforms. So what we've done is try to take the best of everything and build it using the very latest technology. And of course, at the core is the EasyAsk search engine, which gives us a head start over everybody, because it means that we can find products really easily, but we can also build functionality into both the front end and the back end that simply isn't possible without using the type of functionality that the EasyAsk search engine delivers us. And because of the flexibility in how the EasyAsk search can be built, we're able to do some clever things associated with product restrictions and so on, so that customers who are restricted in terms of which products they are allowed to buy won't see those products in search results and things like that. So we're taking advantage of everything that we've learned over the years. We've taken the latest technology and the best search engine and built what we think is the best B2B platform for and especially for storefront customers, because we're using our storefront knowledge to make it really quick and easy to switch you over.
Thanks, Robin. Okay, another one here is B2B is the focus, but if we are wanting to implement B2C going forward, would Amplify offer integration or support for payment processing?
Yeah, it will. We have a number of payment systems that can be integrated. The one that we already have integrated is called Stripe, and that allows you to work with many credit card companies and so on. The answer is yes. Obviously, depending on what payment providers you prefer to use. If it's not supported by Stripe, then we will integrate one of the others, and there are a number of others that we have that are available to us to plug in. The architecture we're using supports a number of payment providers, but the only one that we plugged in so far is Stripe. Hopefully that answers the question.
Yeah, I think so. Not seeing any other questions coming in. If anyone's got any, folks, feel free to throw them in, but I think we are done with those, Robin.
Okay, well, thank you everybody for your patience and the fact that we kind of changed what we were covering today because of the interest we had when we did this on a talk webinar recently. We thought it'd be good for you guys to see what we'd done. And for those that were on that TUG webinar, I apologize that there was a bit of duplication. We did try to change things around a little bit. But you know, if you want to see more of this, and even, you know, for us to show you how we can import your data and so on, please get in touch. Our details are on the screen, and we would love to speak to you and show it you in a lot more detail. Obviously, there's a lot of information that we could show you that we simply don't have time for on a webinar, but we can schedule a call and go that extra bit further with you. Matt, over to you.
Thank you, Robin, and everyone who attended the webinar. We definitely appreciate your time. And as Robin said, we'd love to discuss this new B2B platform with you directly, as there was a lot more to Amplify than what you saw on this short webinar. So please do not hesitate to reach out if you'd like to see more. Also, there will be a survey popping up at the end of this webinar. Please fill it out, as this gives us the best information for future webinar ideas. Thank you all again for your time today, and have a great day.
Thank you, everybody.